Good morning. It's an incredible day today. And I'm going away today for quite a bit and probably won't be eating until later on, dinner time, so I've made myself a nice breakfast. Well, I am super grateful to have a breakfast like this almost daily, essentially. This year is extra because I'm going away, but I'm sure you want some, huh? But no, it's just essentially you could say an omelette, except the eggs haven't been beaten because I prefer them like this. So they're just fried eggs with some raw cheese on top. This is Parmigiano, Formaggio, and we have some brie here. This is just dried mango. The mascarpone is finished, so I just took this. I could scrub out the rest of the mascarpone, always the best bit. But there's some Greek yogurt in there. I usually just have a little dessert like this, which is exactly what allows me not to crave junk food at all. Like, I just don't eat junk food. Me and my brother, we just somehow don't eat junk food. And I say somehow, I know how. And it's because when you go back to eating real food, you actually stop craving that processed junk. Just making sure he's not eating my food there. But when you go back to eating real food, you just stop craving all the processed junk, because really it's engineered to make you addicted to the food. And people don't realize that most of the time they're not actually hungry, they're just addicted. Hey! Okay, I can't blame him. So literally the only candy me and my brother have is dried mango or dates. So here these are 3-ingredient pancakes, okay, made of just eggs, banana and Greek yogurt, and that's it. On top I have some mascarpone with some dates, and that's it. Incredible. I'm so grateful to eat a breakfast like this most days. And even when it's cold, I make sure to come outside, because even when it's cloudy, just eating outside amplifies my sense of gratitude so much when I'm eating. It's incredible. It's just wonderful. But with that, I'm gonna get to eating and then I have to go. So, ciao. Well, it's now Friday evening and I've just finished up a deadly chest, biceps and rear delt session. Recently, someone who I wouldn't say quite that I looked up to him, because he wasn't exactly a role model. I didn't exactly relate to him fully, because he had some differing beliefs from me, certain ones. Although for the most part, I really respected the fact that he was, and I'm not sure why I'm saying was in the past tense, he is so wise for his young age. And this person is Luke Belmar. And as it appears, recently Luke Belmar has supposedly been exposed. It turns out that Luke Belmar really is Lucas Theis, or not sure how you would even pronounce the name. Spelled Theis. Never seen that kind of name before. And his brother Nate Belmar, Nathan Theis, if it is in fact Theis and not Theis or Theis, whatever. Nevertheless, it appears that his story of him coming over from Argentina with just a suitcase and $100, coming over to the US and pressure washing basketball courts and whatever else he talked about, and then about how he started investing in Bitcoin at an early age of, I'm not sure how early, which maybe that part is true, I don't know, but nevertheless, it appears that overall his story is not true. And in a way I was shocked, because this was someone I kind of... He made a good success, okay? And I related to him slightly because I too migrated from one country to another, and I certainly did not come over by myself at the age of 16 with just a suitcase and $100 like he said he did, because I was fortunate enough to have my parents look after me and work hard for me. I was young, I was 6. But we came over here, we had essentially nothing, and I kind of thought, look, I mean, he's kind of, you could say, out of the ordinary, because he's an outlier. There's not many people who, you know, have these quote-unquote rags to riches stories. I mean, yes, there are, you know, plenty of them that you hear, but prospectively or percentage-wise, there's obviously not many people like that. And I kind of had a vision. I thought, well, that's interesting. This story of his, I'm inspired. And this is the kind of story I'm looking to create and write, you could say, and leave behind this legacy. And I will inspire people in this way. But as it turns out, his story wasn't even true. And for someone who was really looking up to him, and I'm not saying I was really looking up to him, I'm just saying in general, someone who was, might be now disappointed and think, oh, so his story wasn't actually even true, so can I even do this vision of mine that I have? Is it even possible then? I mean, his story was a testimonial of the fact, or testimony of that, you know, doing this is possible and I can do this. But now that I know that his story is not true, is it really possible? Someone might think. But really, it does not matter whether his story was true or not. Not at all. Because he is a human, just like me, just like you and I, and just like everyone else. As is Bill Gates, and as was, you know, Albert Einstein or Nikola Tesla or any other person like that. They're all just human, and you too have that genius inside you. I know that sounds weird, but the word genius originates from the Latin gignere, which referred to an innate kind of spirit, or to put shortly, the innate abilities we were each gifted with at birth. And there's a quote, which I don't remember exactly, but it says that all children are born geniuses. It's just that out of every 10,000, 9,999 of them are de-geniusized by society and the system. And it's true, because children have their own innate voice drummed out of them by parents and by society, by teachers. You know, they tell them, go and do this, go and do that, this will be better for you. They go to a college because their friends are. They do XYZ because ABC is trending. And they never really lean into their natural abilities. But that's a whole nother thing, and it's something I've spoken about before. But Luke Belmar. Yes, Luke Belmar. So that just goes to show how potentially you really just can't trust anyone. I mean, yes, he never really had his life documented, you know, from an early age either, you could say. So there is that. But it just goes to show, focus on yourself. Don't look and focus on other people's stories and what they've done, what they're doing, where they came from, what they intend to do. Just focus on you and your vision and what you want to do. There's a quote by Napoleon Hill, which is well known. And that is that, whatever the mind of the man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And I tell this to people often because really I do believe in this. Truly, creating the reality you want just begins by painting a picture in your mind's eye, if you will. And then from there, it literally just takes being honest with yourself, the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And when you then honestly tell yourself which actions it is that you need to take to get from where you are to where you want to be, that's how you bridge the gap. And so, with that, focus on your story, your life, your vision, and your plan. And remember this: don't expect to write a story you're fulfilled by if you're not the one holding the pen. Be mega.